Hello, my name is John. Got on here about 8 months ago to do a recording. At the time, I was still on house arrest after serving 6 years in prison. So we just did a little video, if you remember or not, basically about my story through addiction, through my prison sentence, up until the point that we were recording. So now it's just kind of an update. Here's how things are. So I was officially released off house arrest June 1st. It was my first day out. At the time, I already had a job, so that really wasn't anything that I had to figure out. Good news is I still have that job. I work, 40 hours a week. And on top of that, I'm on a mission right now to develop my own brand for personal training. So that's something that I did. I probably talked about that last time. I was going for my certification at the time, passed it, got my certification. So now I'm working out of a gym here in Macedonia, Next Level Fitness. So it's been about 6 months now. And life's great. I'm at a really good place in my life right now. Things were rough, just to backtrack. Again, I did 6 years in prison for drug addiction. Not for the addiction, for crimes related to my addiction to support my habits. And that was a long time, and I'm not gonna lie, getting out was really scary. Even the last video, I was still on house arrest. It was really easy to say I was gonna do all these things. Living at home, didn't have any real responsibility yet. I was allowed to go to work, I was allowed to come back. And that was it. I had to go report in. Somebody still took care of me. I was still accountable. And so getting off after doing that much time, especially since I was an addict before that, so that 6 years turns into 8-10 years or so that I really wasn't around. I've never been a responsible adult before. Just never happened. I started using when I was, early teen, so just something that I had to figure out, and I had to figure out fast, but, I'm here now, and I'm not as scared as I was, mostly because I realized that life isn't all that bad. I was fortunate enough to develop some kind of identity, in a sense, while I was locked up, and early getting out, I had a lot of time to figure out who I was and things that I enjoyed, which ultimately led me to the training. I found out who I was, and that's cool because it's taken me places now, and I'm more confident in being out here. And that's it's awesome. I got a great relationship with my family today. The progression of how things got to where they are at this moment. I got off house arrest and I got a parole officer. My parole officer was awesome, and it definitely gave me a confidence boost about how things were going to progress from there. Within a few months, I was on automated phone-in. I call in once a month. And after doing 6 years, being on the fast track like that really meant a lot to me because it was incited by my parole officer. He's the one that pushed through for it, which is really cool because it kind of just goes to show that what I was doing was the right thing. Sometimes me personally, I need evidence that shows me the results of what I'm doing. And those were those results. When people give me some kind of trust, some kind of responsibility, some kind of, reason that they have to depend on me or that they believe in me, things that are definitive, things that I can see, things that I can feel, that goes a long way for me. That means a lot today. And it's great that I was able to progress like that. I was able to get that far. And now I'm going through smooth. I call in once a month, to my parole office. I don't even talk to a real person. I push a couple numbers, I leave a voicemail, and that's it. I'm able to carry on about my business whenever I want. I can call in ahead of time and leave the state. They allow me to go out of state, when I want to. And believe it or not, that's a big deal. When you are confined, you know, not just physically, but mentally. Like, you don't think about things like that. Like, I can go to Pennsylvania, like, and you're like, what? Like, like it sounds so stupid, but like, not to somebody who's been through that. And hopefully, you know, somebody that has been through that can appreciate that a little bit. You know, it's just the little things. I used to talk about like how, you know, one of the people at the halfway house would like turn their back, you know, while I had to do a drug test because they knew I was shy, you know, like, but they trusted me to do that, you know, like they knew I wasn't gonna do anything, you know, or at least believed that I wasn't going to. So little things. My parents, you know, they leave me in their house alone. Like, what? Like, they never would have trusted me to do that before. Drive their cars, you know, it's amazing what I can be grateful for, what I can appreciate, the true value of things to me. So anyways, so I progressed through my parole. I'm on the last phase. I got 5 years left on the last phase. My whole time on PRC is going to be, it's it. You know, once a month, 5 years, call in, that's it. Super simple. And another thing that kind of goes into that is not letting things deter me. Yeah, I have a lot of time over my head, so I could easily go off and do the wrong thing. But so far, it's proven that, you know, I can't get caught up in that you know, things that I might react to in a bad way. Where that's how it used to be. I'd always react to my emotions. And now, like, when things upset me, things want to take me off track. There's so many times starting this whole business thing is ridiculously hard. I got to sacrifice time. I got to sacrifice money. I got to sacrifice sleep. I got to sacrifice, you know, all these things for benefit later on. And there's a lot of times where I'm investing into something that doesn't work out. And there's a lot of time that I invest into people and it doesn't work out. I had a friend recently who was an addict who just, I thought we were cool, and he just only calls me now because he needs money, you know? And things like that are like really frustrating and stressful, and like it just makes me want to be like, just give up on that person completely. Work, I get so pissed at work sometimes. My job is super stressful, and sometimes I just want to be like, forget this, I'm gonna quit, you know? Put my 2 weeks in now, I'll find something else. But it almost always works out because I don't react off of that. I let myself calm down. I can think through it. I can see clearer now, especially with clean time. I got a little over 3.5 years clean now. May 15th, of course, being my clean date. Definitely looking forward to the rest of that. I still go to meetings, NA meetings. Got a home group sponsor, all those things, which is amazing because my sponsor is awesome and he definitely fuels my fire, you know, which is great. And while I'm on that topic, like, something to talk about is like the people in my life, right? So I've noticed the people in my life before were not positive, productive people. Everybody that I surround myself with now wants me to succeed. They want to see me smile. They want to see me get better. They want to see me grow. And that's super important because, like, I don't have time for people trying to bring me down. I don't have time for everybody just focusing strictly on these problems that they could have solved 4 years ago. You know, people that aren't trying to move forward, people that aren't trying to grow. You know, if you want to grow, you put things in place to allow that, right? And for me, the people around me are so important. Lifting me up. You know, like when I have a bad day, I have so many people that I can turn to and talk to, no matter what it is, no matter when it is. And that's important. My sponsor is also a personal trainer. So like anytime I get down about the business, he's like, you know, that's how it is. And then we'll try this. You know, people that feed my ideas and give me different perspectives. Because if I stay right here, I'm doomed. You know, if I don't look outside the box, if I don't take somebody else's opinion, if I don't let somebody help me, which I have a huge hard time with asking for help, I can't stand when people do things for me, or, you know, it's like that, well, now I have to do this kind of thing, or, you know, maybe I'm manipulating them, but I'm not. You know, people help, and that's great. was actually just talking recently about like how greatness is a chain of succession. You know, nobody reaches greatness without somebody else's help. It's just not possible. You know, we all influence each other one way or the other, whether it's, you know, this situation right here, got everybody that developed everything to go into this. The companies that built this equipment, you know, the people, Julie, who's filming it, putting her time into it. Like, there's so many things that I couldn't do today without somebody else's help. I wouldn't have had a place to sleep when I got out if it wasn't for somebody else. Like, it's insane. The gas, I couldn't get gas if it wasn't for other people. You know? So understanding that, like, the path to greatness is by succession. It's something that I feel passionate about personally. You know, I want to be part of that succession line. You know, one of my goals, it's 2019, brand new year. Everybody's got goals, everybody's got resolutions. My resolution is to be so positive, be so motivating, right? That people, everybody, leaves a conversation with me or an interaction with me feeling uplifted, feeling good, smiling, laughing, whatever it is, wanting to be better, wanting to do better. That's my goal. I love seeing people smile. I love seeing people succeed. It's a great feeling, you know, and that's really one of the things that like I train for, right? Money's not even a motivating factor, really. You know, I gotta survive. It's America. We need money, but at the same time, it's impact. Like, I love, even for myself, like I love leaving a conversation with somebody else feeling empowered, right? And I know that if I can affect other people that way, then I'm doing something with my life that's worth doing. You know, I value so much more than just, you know, monetary things, objects, you know, connection with people. It's real, and it's a great feeling. So 2019, get up, do something, kick ass. Take names if you must, and then reach out to those names and ask for help. If we all just helped each other succeed, right? We'd all be successful. Anyway, so that's that. Totally looking forward to the new year. This is my first full year out, right? I've already experienced Thanksgiving, which was amazing, right? Love being home for Thanksgiving, eating, right? Not too much, you know, still got to maintain my figure. So I got some new family. I was able to go to a wedding. I went to my brother's wedding, right? Never even would have thought he got married, but that was an amazing, just so far, like these are the things that I've done in the last 6 months that I've been out, right? So I went to my brother's wedding. I've been to Warped Tour, because music's a huge deal for me. I saw Five Finger Death Punch and Breaking Benjamin live. I saw New Year's Day and Hailstorm live. And I've gone to the Polar Express because I have a girlfriend now who's got a kid that's amazing, and I'm in a healthy relationship for the first time in my life. So we've been to the Polar Express. We've been to the Akron Lights at the zoo. Trying to think of what else. We went to Columbus, to the Columbus Zoo. Like, I'm on this, like, I've just been doing so much stuff, and like, those are the benefits of living clean, working a program, recovering, doing the right thing, being positive, going, you know, getting up every day and doing something. Some days I just want to sleep in, but I got stuff to do. I got to get up and be there, or nothing's going to happen, because if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for me. But all of these things are things that came because I'm doing the right thing. And because, first and foremost, I care for myself. You know, I have a sense of self-love now. So, like, I can enjoy life, you know, on a regular basis. I don't have to be miserable. I don't have to be, you know, because, like, I remember going on vacations. I used to hate going on vacations. You know, now, like, the little trip to Columbus was amazing. Like, and that's something that I want to do in the future. Like, I've never thought about getting married or having kids or, like, being any kind of productive member in society before. Like, all of this stuff is, like, new within the last few years. I'll say that much, but being out and actually putting it all into action is a whole different game, right? Now it's not talk, now it's actually actions behind it. That other people could see. I knew I was doing something, but now it's real. You know, now's when all the blessings come, if you will. So I put in the work, and now I'm where I'm at because of all the things that I've done over the last few years. I'm slowly getting back into some things that I definitely lost touch with because I got caught up in life. Because June 1st hit and life hit me, right? Got carried away with, full-time work, trying to do too much with myself. I found a good balance though, and that's what a lot of it comes down to, just finding the balance, not doing too much, not overdoing it, but not underdoing it, because I will underdo it any chance that I was given. I don't want to cheat myself. So a little bit about what I'm trying to do with the business, with the personal training. While I was in, I taught yoga. I self-taught that, and then I started teaching classes. So something that I'm trying to get back into is teaching yoga. I offer yoga classes, hatha sessions, which is the physical yoga parts. But I'm definitely not limited to that. Anybody that's wants to explore different realms of that, I will definitely explore that with them. So I do that personal, one-on-one, or group. Right now, I'm getting ready to launch a boot camp, which is called Impact Boot Camp. The philosophy behind that is not just physical, as with a lot of the other things that I do. So it's strength training, it's cardio conditioning, but we're adding yoga to it. So it's definitely mind, body, spirit. We're developing the whole being rather than just the physical parts, because the body really just reacts to what the mind, says. So everything really starts with the mind, and developing yourself as a whole is going to be, more beneficial, and it's going to last a lot longer. Physical results definitely fade if you don't keep the mentality. That's just how it is. So Impact Boot Camp, January 21st. And then I offer one-on-one personal training, group training, bring a buddy kind of thing. So if one person, wants to come in and bring a friend, I offer that. I love it. I encourage it. So far for next year, I've signed up for a terrain race in Cleveland, which is going to be awesome because a couple of my friends are going to, and right now I'm training with a guy at this gym who's going to be doing it as well, which is something else that I encourage too. So I have a client who wants to be able to jog a 5K next year, or this coming year. I guess it's already 2019, so this year, which is huge because every one that they've done before is walking. So chances are, to encourage this, I'm going to sign up with my client to do a 5K at some point, set a deadline, because that's something that I like to do. I like to participate. My clients aren't just people that come in and leave the gym and don't hear from me until the next session, right? I want to stay in contact. I want to do things that are going to promote a healthy lifestyle, right? Eat better. You can call me. I'm feeling like I just want to go to McDonald's and eat a cheeseburger. Like, no, don't do it. Like, call me. Like a sponsor, and that's kind of how I look at it. Because change takes work, and I understand that. So I want to be there for the whole process rather than just, almost the least important. Like the physical part, we put so much emphasis on it, but that's really just showing up and working out. The mentality behind it, the dieting, if you choose to diet, just keeping yourself in this sustainable mind frame that's going to last. So that's really what a lot of it comes down to, is that mindset. I like to focus on that more than anything with my clients, is changing that mindset to I can do anything for as long as I feel like I want to do that. If I want to work out until I'm 80, you know what? We're going to design a program. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get your mindset ready to work out for the next 30 years of your life. Nice diet plan, right? Healthier eating, all these things, feeling better, feeling happier, feeling more confident, because that's really what it comes down to, just being happier as a person. So I offer all that. Personally, I like training, not CrossFit, but like cross training. Me and my one client do a lot of turf work. Got a nice, huge turf area at this gym, next level, and tires. We got a 15-foot rope to climb, which is super fun. Sleds, kickboxing, which I do. I do some striking work, things like that. And that's basically it. So just trying to build that up. Excuse me. And maybe help change some lives, because that's really what it comes down to. I like knowing that I helped somebody, so that's pretty important to me. And that's what I plan on doing for a career, and that's an amazing feeling. To know that I chose something, this is what's cool, like I can get a job, anywhere, right? I can get doing something completely monotonous that almost has no benefit, really. I'm not interacting with people. I'm not contributing to people's well-being, mentally or physically, or even spiritually. Whereas like the profession that I'm choosing now to pursue for the rest of my life could change lives, like literally change lives, 360s, totally around, right? I've seen people working with them before overcome depression. I've personally overcome depression. Like I've had depression since the 4th grade, right? Chronic, no reason for it. I just be depressed all the time. Through working out and eating healthier, I've overcome a lot of that. Not to say I don't get depressed once in a while. It's more just sad though. It's not like a depression. A lot of my anxiety, gone. My self-hate, gone. It's an amazing thing. And that's something that I want to promote to other people. Like, so much is possible that we don't give ourselves the ability to achieve, right? We think of like all these obstacles that are in my way, and instead of thinking of all the ways to overcome them or asking for help on how to overcome them, we just kind of succumb to them, and we just let things get the best of us. Well, I've been diagnosed depressed, right? So that's the diagnosis. It's medical. I no longer have control over it. It just is what it is. I'm just going to continue my life being depressed. And while a lot of it might be a chemical imbalance, there are things that you can do to help that. And I'm sure your doctor would even tell you that, like mine has. So like promoting things like that, putting the information out there, and not just information, the right information, because the information is out there, but a lot of it's convoluted, right? So promoting the right information so people know, because that's valuable, making sure people don't get caught up in the confusion of the world, in the confusion of greed. So yeah, but anyway, so thank you for watching. Catch you next time.